What's up, guys? Welcome back to IDEJ Gaming, and I just wanted to make a really quick video here talking about what's currently going on with the whole GameStop stock exchange drama going on right now on Reddit. And just because, this is a gaming channel, and I have wanted to start getting into like these little sort of like gaming news things, and so this is pretty big in the video game world right now. So let's get into it. First thing I want to say before I start this, not a financial advisor, know very little about the stock market, so don't take anything I say here as like financial advice and be like, oh, Brandon told me to go buy GameStop stock. Don't do that. Unless you want to, but don't blame me for it. So this is strictly a news video. Just want to talk about what's going on with it, because I know a lot of people are pretty confused about it right now. So basically, the first thing about this has nothing to do with GameStop. This, like what you're seeing with the stock right now, has nothing to do with the fundamental business that is GameStop. GameStop stock has been going down pretty regularly for the last few years. I think at their peak, the stock price was like $90 or maybe like 100 or something a few years ago. I think like around like the release of like the PS4, the Xbox One, and that sort of thing. But it's been going down pretty consistently here recently. I think at one point it was down to like $4 a share. And then about a week ago it was at like 20. So it had gone up since then. With the PS5, the Xbox Series X coming out, and the holiday season, that's always going to drive video game sales up. And so the price has gone up a little bit, but still $20 is not good considering they used to be at like $90 or $100. And so people in the gaming world have basically assumed that within the next few years, GameStop was going to go bankrupt. They've been closing stores regularly and all that. So this all started, this whole situation now with the whole stock exchange and Reddit drama started last Friday, from what I understand. And if you want more information about this, Upper Echelon Gaming and Dave Portnoy with Davey Day Trader Global both have really good videos about this. You can find them here on YouTube. That's where I've got most of my information about this so far, that and basically what I've been reading on Twitter. Which is some of the most entertaining stuff I've seen on Twitter in years. I am enjoying every second of this. But basically, this started last Friday when people on a subreddit called r/Wall Street Bets noticed that there was more GameStop stock being sold than there was actually GameStop stock. I think there's like, GameStop has like 60-something million shares total, but there were over 70 million shares being sold, which is illegal, but from what I understand, pretty common on Wall Street. Very much illegal, but also very much common. And so basically this was happening because a lot of hedge fund professionals on Wall Street were short selling GameStop stock. And so basically what that means is it's a way to make money on a stock when the stock price drops. Usually when you think of the stock market, you think, okay, I'll buy this stock for $20. I'll wait until it's up to $100. I'll sell it, and then I've made $80. That's called long selling. In short selling, basically what you do is you go to someone who you know owns the stock. Say I have a friend that owns a GameStop stock. I get them to let me borrow that stock. I sell that stock for $20. Wait until the price drops to $10. Buy it back for $10. Give that stock back now to my friend, and I've made $10. That's what people were doing with GameStop stock. And on Friday, it was the most short sold stock in Wall Street history. 138% of GameStop stock was being short sold. That's where that difference in shares being sold and actual shares comes from, because people were selling stock that they did not have. Again, very much illegal, but also very much common from what I understand about Wall Street. Again, not a financial advisor. I don't know much about it, but this is what I have gathered trying to research what's happening right now. People on this subreddit noticed this, and they noticed that it was driving the price of GameStop stock down, and it was accelerating, we'll say, the decline of GameStop. That was already happening. GameStop, their business practices are out of date, their business model's out of date. They were going to go under anyways. But what was happening here was accelerating things, basically. And these retail investors, which is like what Wall Street calls when normal people trade. Like if you or me were to go on to like Robinhood or E-Trade and start buying or selling stock, we would be considered a retail investor because we don't do it for a living. We're not the experts, we'll say. And basically in the Wall Street community, retail investors are very much looked down upon. People who buy and sell stock for themselves are looked down upon if we don't go to, one of the experts or one of the hedge fund people to do it for us. Because in their minds, and they say it themselves, like you watch CNBC and stuff like that, you can see these hedge fund people say, retail investors are too stupid to play the stock market. Only we can play the stock market. And a lot of people who do retail investing hate this. They hate that they're looked down upon in the stock market community. They are tired of being talked down to by these so-called experts. And so when they saw this situation with the GameStop stock, they said, basically, we're going to make Wall Street bleed. We're going to get back at them finally. We have a chance to screw them over. And boy, have they. So, again, last week, GameStop stock was selling for about $20 when all of a sudden, these people just started buying up the stock and driving the price of it up. And I think Friday, it reached almost like, I want to say like $70. $70 a share from 20. And from 4 just a few months ago. But from 20 on Friday, it goes from 20 to 70. And they actually had to stop selling GameStop stock. The stock market shut down all trade of GameStop stock because the price was rising too much. And people were losing money on it because they were planning on short selling it, making money off of the price going down. And it was going up so much that people were losing tons of money. And so some of you may look at that and say like, oh, well, $20 to $70, that's a $50 difference. Like, yeah, that's a lot of money, but like it's not, bankrupt you bad. It is when you operate on the level that a lot of these hedge funds do. And so one that everyone's been talking about, at least today, on Wednesday, is Melvin Capital. Melvin Capital, I think is what they're called, or something like that. Melvin is the name of it. Weird name, by the way. So basically, the people on this subreddit did the math and found out that for every $11 that GameStop stock would rise, Melvin Capital, this hedge fund, would lose $1 billion. And so on Friday, it went from 20 up to 70, and they lost, I think, several billions of dollars. And they ended up getting bailed out by a couple of other companies, I think. A couple other market companies came and basically bailed them out. Bought their stock, gave them their money back, basically, for it. And so that happened on Friday. And I think the price stopped around $70. And then basically over the weekend, all that happened on that subreddit was people organized and got ready for Monday to say, hey, we're going to do round 2. And so, like I said, Melvin Capital lost multi-billions of dollars when it went from 20 to 70. As of right now, when I'm doing this video on Wednesday, the stock is sitting at over $300. Melvin Capital is basically going to go under, it looks like. That's what CNBC is reporting, I think. They said that they've closed their positions, and they're not the only ones. There are a lot of these, hedge funds and stuff that, have invested other people's money in these risky and illegal market practices that are now getting called to task by a bunch of Redditors and gamers. And also, a lot of these retail investors are getting rich off of this. Like, I've seen screenshots on Twitter from multiple people that have made, $250,000, $500,000, $750,000. I saw one guy made $22 million off of this. $22 million. Just a regular retail investor, just a regular person like you and me, made $22 million off of screwing Wall Street over. And so I don't know what's going to happen with this. The prices are still going up. Eventually people are going to start selling their shares. The prices will go down. I think it'll balance itself out in the end. Eventually GameStop stock in a few weeks might be back basically to where it was, and this will all just be, some weird experiment. But there's going to be a lot of people, a lot of those Wall Street bankers and a lot of these hedge fund people out of business, losing other people's money because, they wanted to do stuff that was illegal. And, hey, Reddit took them to task for it. And so what I'm interested in right now, honestly, is the legality of all of this, because now you're seeing a lot of people on, networks like CNBC, MSNBC, and stuff like that coming out and saying, oh, this is market manipulation. This is, artificial inflation of stocks. And it's like, just shut up. Like, first of all, what's happening on that subreddit happens every single day in the offices of these hedge funds, of these Wall Street bankers. It happens every day there. All that's happened here is it's just normal people. But there's already talks about, Congress needs to, make meme stocks illegal. But like I said, as we sit right now, GameStop stock price is at like $300, and there's no telling where it's going to go. So that's basically all I have to say about it so far. I might make another video if things continue to progress about this. I just wanted to, make a short little video saying, hey, here's what's going on with this. Here's the basics of it. But if you want more information, like I said, Upper Echelon Gaming has a couple of really great videos on this, and also there's a lot of people on Twitter talking about it. Go there. It's a lot of fun. I'm having a good time watching this happen, mainly because I don't have anything in the stock market. But thank you all so much for watching. Like I said, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and also subscribe. I'm going to try to do more like these little gaming news videos in the future. But until next time, guys, I'm Brandon Satterwhite with IDEJ Gaming. Thank you for watching.